Hi, Michelle. Welcome you
Hi,
back.
Mel. How are you?
Good. So
This
think
is our second
this is
session. Yeah.
second session. How you going? How you going?
Good, actually good.
You happy?
I thought really about everything we were talking last time, and that
Mm.
was a bit of a discovery for
Yeah.
me. This whole counselling thing,
That's all about it. Last time you was in a process to making a decision on study or not, continue your study or not continue your study, and we was talking about how you're gonna do it. If you do it or if you don't do it, then making.
Yeah, well, I made a decision to
Okay.
continue with my studies,
yeah.
and I'm happy with that.
Right.
And I passed another unit, and I'm happy that I made a decision. I'm still struggling
Yeah.
with time, but I did, like last time we were talking about my boss,
Yeah.
so I reduced the weekly hours of my work. So instead of 40, I do 30 hours a week. So I got actually boss was really good.
Okay.
Yeah. I asked him and he said, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Michelle,
you said that he's gonna do that.
Yeah, he was really accommodating, with
that's
what I need, and he knows that it's only a couple of units that I have to complete, and then my course will be done. So I have my Mondays off, so that was good. And I talked to my husband.
Okay.
So he overtook the Saturday with kids, with the sport and all that. But do you know what? I have all this help, but I still think I stuff up my time management. I still, I have this help, and then I allocate the time for studying, but then I don't know why I do that. I get all anxious and then I do other things. I just help kids with their homework, and I'll just, do house chores, or I go to, I just find other things to do when I have time for studying.
Yeah. So
instead of studying.
Yeah. So last time we talked about you wanna talk and explore more in the next session your time management.
That's
going on there.
Yeah,
and you're still happy to focus.
Yeah. That was my main thing now.
Yeah. So we have limited time, so we need to get to focusing on that. What's going on in your
my head.
Your time.
My timetable.
Your time schedule. What your time management. Why this anxiety come over you when you need to study? How you study? Tell me about it more. What you doing when you study?
Well, I was sometimes, even though I have those days, I organize these things with the boss and the hubby, but still I have to study. I study at night. Everybody goes to bed, and then I try to study, but it really doesn't work because I'm too tired by the end of the day, and I put so much pressure and do a lot of things in the last minute, night before exam. I would study till 4 a.m. And then I have a couple of hours sleep, and I'm exhausted, and
you must be exhausted.
And I'm not that nice person to be around the next day, so I can be a bit bitchy, and then I feel guilty.
You're very tired.
Because I'm, I feel guilty because I'm not the great, I don't know. I'm just torn. I'm thinking, am I prioritizing my career over my kids? So then I feel, I'm a really bad mother because I'm so focused on my course and my job.
Yeah.
But then when I have to study, then I feel bad because, it's time away from kids, and I don't even think I'm such a good student, I honestly think I'm a bad student. I just do everything in the last minute, and I don't know.
Well, it sounds to me you talking yourself down in that, because you told me last time, and I have it on my notes, last session, when you told me to, you passed all your exams with high marks.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
And I know you told me you go through a lot of stress and anxiety to achieve that high marks, but you still did it. And that to me, it doesn't say you're a bad student, because you did everything possible. You did everything possible to get those high achieved
I don't know why I beat myself
down.
That's my internal doubt.
Yeah.
I always have a doubt in myself, you know. If I do study, then I feel I'm a bad mother. If I'm mothering, then I feel, oh my God, I'm such a bad student.
Yeah.
I don't follow my studying schedule, you know. Now I'm spending 3 hours on netball field instead of, I know I should, you know, I should study. I don't stick to my schedule. I don't know why I think bad about myself.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this last time. When you studying, you said I'm actually giving example for my children, and you wouldn't like to quit, and that was your main reason why you decided to continue your studies, because your children take an example of your actions. So what do you think your children thinking of you because you study? Do you ever have a talk to them about that?
I think they think it's cool that mums, you know, able to, because they think studying is hard, because they find high school hard.
Yeah.
So because I do this, they think, that's mum's thing. She can do it. She's cool. She can be grumpy, you know, around exam time. But I think they.
You know, Michelle.
You know what? Sometimes I think even if they don't see it now, they're gonna really appreciate it when they're my age. They will then know. Oh my God! I hope. They will know then. Oh my God! When they're that age and they have family and kids, they will say, "My mum had all this and she was studying."
So. Do you think your choice of building your career in this way would give your children an example? You can do it. Like they can do it. If you can do it, they can.
They will. I think, and I hope they will see me as a strong person one day. Even I myself don't believe that all the time, but I hope that they will see me as a strong person.
That's very interesting.
Do
you
never
still
thought
think
of that way.
You're a bad mother? You still think you're a bad mother?
Okay, there are some good aspects of me, I suppose.
You know, your children is in the age when they understand much more. You know, 15 and 17, they understand more about, and they are. It's so in the age where it's so important leading role model, and I think when they can find that in a parent, that is a value.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I would like to focus on, like, so you said you don't study those allocated times because you are doing something instead to relieve your anxiety over your studies, and your anxiety, as we're talking about it came from, as you said, because you doubting yourself. So the stem is this problem. As we break it down, the stem is lying there as you doubting yourself. So I suggest as time management, we should put as priority to not doubt yourself.
Right.
And
okay.
and try to understand that.
Yeah.
As we was thinking, like we was talking about just a minute ago, that your children see you as a strong mom because you study. They understand. They're not suffering as need of feeding them because they're old enough. They can do small tasks to feed
independent
themselves.
Independent
Yeah, make a sandwich and all these things. So your problem is, as you said, you shifting your study time to not do study, you're doing something else. So you need to make maybe some kind of schedule time what you need to follow
and stick to it.
And stick to it. And you said you have a problem to stick to it. I'm not sure if what you can do different. Write a list. Would you follow more write a list schedule? Instead, it's just in your head. Oh, I gotta study from 1 to 10.
You know, I remember a long time ago, like it would used to work with me when I was at uni.
Okay.
I would put the timer on.
Okay.
I never thought of that, but I used to put a timer on, and I would allocate my time, and I would put, okay, I'm just gonna do this for half an hour. I used to do that when kids were little. Like, we're gonna clean the room for only 6 minutes. Only 6 minutes. And I will put it. So whatever we do in those 6 minutes, that's what we said. We allocated only 6. Maybe I should do the same thing for me.
Oh, that's
for
really
like
good
to
idea.
put a timer on, and this is the time alarm on my iPhone.
Yeah.
I put it. I'm gonna study now 1 hour. And then I'm going to do chores for 1 hour, and then I'm going to study again 1 hour. And I just put a timer, and until the timer goes on, I should be with my books.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
I should do that, yeah.
And if it's worked before, then...
Yeah, I don't know why I never thought of that. Yes.
That's good. So we talk about how you want to explore this time management. We talk about your children. We talk about how they perceive as you studying. We talk about you self-doubting yourself.
Yeah.
Is that right? And then we come to a conclusion. I mean, you come to a conclusion to you can change a couple of things to make a better time schedule.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
yeah, I put it in my note. This put a timer on and start for study. And I really would like if you try these steps, what we talk about, and then see you next week. And we evaluate. You remember I mentioned to you before the third session when we do a evaluation feedback form.
Okay.
So we can monitor a little bit your progress in counseling. But I think really good. You make a really good progress. You learn a lot.
All right, I try not to feel that I'm a failure and the best mother. And I put the timer on.
Yeah, no, you are such a good person. You came to counseling to sort it, and as we're talking and it's unfolding for you, your own story, we tend to not see what is the solution sometimes. But when you talk to someone and break it down into sections, then that's it. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
So,
the answer kind of arises from the conversation.
Yeah. So I see you next week. All right.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Val. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.